Hey guys, Matthew MGD Lawn Care, and today we're going to be changing the oil in my Toro recycler 22-inch lawnmower. And I have some leftover oil from when I changed the oil in the spring, and this last time when I drained it, it was quite dirty, and then I put some in and did it again. The oil was still dirty, so I'm going to really let this drain this time, and I'm going to put some new fresh oil in there. It's SAE 10W40. It's really good thick oil. It's just one up from it's one up from SAE 10W30. So yeah, they recommend that, but we like to go with the thick stuff, so it helps with the sometimes when you start this Toro or this Honda, they'll smoke. This one will smoke, just it'll have a little puff. This one will puff it'll smoke for a little while. But this one, my Honda, I'm going to get changed here probably this winter, maybe after the winter. It's got good oil. The Toro is just it gets so dusty, it catches all the dust. Hoping to sell this mower maybe in a year or two. Keep my Honda, maybe buy another Honda, or maybe even try to see what money I have for a professional lawnmower. So we'll have to see how that goes, and y'all will be on that journey with me. What's on my camera? Oh, it's just grease. So let me point y'all back over here. So here's some motor oil. It's from like May, and they say 20 to 24 ounces, and there's about 20 ounces in there. I mean, so it's just a few, it's like 1 or 2 ounces below that, but it's okay. I sometimes like to go lower when mowers like this already smoke oil and burn the oil. But one thing you want to do is I have to change these now every few months, because sometimes they do burn oil when I use them. But so I have to change the oil more often. I need to get some more for them, and I'll change this Toro in the spring and probably see about how the Honda does with oil. Right now it's still clean, pretty clean. I'll have to get a paper towel and test it. But we'll quit this blabbering and we'll get on with the video. So, oh yeah, one other thing. They recommend 20 to 24 ounces. Now if your mower burns a little bit of oil when you start it, or even if it burns oil at all, you can smell it in the exhaust. You're going to want to go just a little lower so you don't blow the seal out in it. So like the Honda's 30 years old, so it's going to do that, but I'm just going to try to keep this Toro going for a little while longer, keep it alive, and hopefully sell it for a good amount of money. It's pretty taken care of. I think I'll show y'all, so I'll take you off the camera a little bit, but I did not overfill this. Last time it just had a little bit of miscellaneous, some oil drips when I filled it. I had spilled a little bit when I put it in there. But that's not a big deal. So as I said, we're gonna get on with the video. Just let me get to my paper towels here in my trailer. Paper towels and the funnels in there somewhere, if you can ever see that. And my paper towels are in my bucket. I always keep this. I'm gonna check all the oil tonight, check its color. Alright, it's just a car leaving in my circle. So, if you ever have any dirty oil, or if it's almost brown, you don't want it to be black. And that's the problem with this Toro, is it catches all the dust through the air filter and all that, and it gets all that crap, that crud, excuse my language, in the oil. And y'all don't want that. Y'all want that motor to last long. So basically, this right here will last longer than this one, no matter what happens to that Honda. I'm gonna get on with the video. I'm already 5 minutes in. So let's get this oil in here. And I did look at the color, and it doesn't look great. I'll clean it off while I put it back in. You want to make sure your air filter is up to the ground. Always want to be sure of that. Take your spark plug wire out, because I know y'all probably will be handling it like this. Just spawned out of the way. So right now, the only problems this Toro has is the dipstick area. It's not made that well. So as you can see, oil should not be that dirty. So we're going to put some fresh oil in it. Let y'all watch that. I will add some music so it doesn't get too boring. So y'all can see there's the oil coming out into my drain pan. Yeah, great mower. It's got enough power. One thing I have to say that I like more about the Hondas, you have a throttle adjustment. This one's just a 1-speed, but that's okay. So as y'all can see, your oil should not be like that. So yeah, y'all definitely don't want it to be that way. I want it to be brown by the time you change it. This thing just catches all the dust, everything else. I really don't like that. But and it'll take a few minutes for it to drain out completely. Gotta give it about a few minutes, and you should. Hey guys, one thing I forgot to do in the video, because I didn't have enough time on my card right now. Y'all definitely y'all want to start it and run it for 5 minutes. That's for better results on getting all the oil out. Like this will take probably up to 10 minutes. Yeah, y'all can still see it trickling out there. I might speed this up if I get time tonight. Yeah, and as I said, started school today. Had a pretty good time. Stripping. And oh yeah, one other thing, guys, before I get on to my school subject. If y'all ever smell the oil and it smells kind of like gasoline and oil, like gassy, like there's a gassy smell to it, y'all don't want that. That means your motor has an internal gasoline leak in it, and all 3 of my lawnmowers right now have that issue. So y'all have to change the oil more often to get more and more life out of it. This mower, I've taken care of it. I just wish the air filter was designed differently. As I said, the oil gets like this. So let me get this and clean this off. Y'all can see there's just a little bit of red. That's just grease. So one thing y'all can do is, if y'all's mower has an electric start, like on this one, don't come back here if you're starting it or have anyone near, because this blade will be spinning when you try to start it. So I'm just going to try to start it to get some of that rest of that oil out. So sometimes what you have to do, just to see how much oil is not falling out of there. Y'all can see there, yep. It's just what we want. Now that oil right there, you can see, if you can see in the pan, it's a little white, so that was old oil that hadn't been drained out in a long time. Yep, so you just gotta make sure that starter turns the motor. And I know y'all can't smell it, but this thing is kind of leaking oil. I meant gasoline. So you're not going to get every last drip out of it. It'll just drip for hours. Now, that looks defective. There's a color in here that I'm not liking. It's that gray color. I have to show y'all with the camera. Oh, still wanting to spew out. Oh, it can't even come out. There's just a little drip in there still. Oh, this thing leaks gasoline. You can't ever get the cap on these things. Hi. Alrighty, now we're on to the better part. Get y'all over this oil pan. Alrighty, now I don't know if it'll work. I have another one, but it fell behind the cabinet. Shit. I'll be very cautious. I'll lose any oil. Put that in there. It takes a little while if you want to be careful. You only have a certain amount of oil, like I do right now. Doesn't take that much. Yeah, it sure doesn't take long. Dry as a bone. And one thing you'll notice, you just clean my dipstick off and stick it in there for a couple, maybe a minute or two. Okay, yeah, I can stick it in there for 2 minutes. Off. Right? If you want, stick it back in there. Let it sit for a minute and you can see where it is. And I'll show you one thing you kind of want when you do this. When you change your oil, where do you want it to be on that dipstick marker? Let's see, I'll put that in at like 12.5 minutes. I'm going to give it a few more seconds to get all settled in there. So yeah, you usually want to let it sit in there for 2 or 3 minutes, and I'm not going to do that, obviously. But I do recommend that if you want to get the real reading. That was about 20 ounces of oil right there. Now we should take it out. Okay. So as you can see, that was probably about. That's about right there. Just right by the full mark. Now it's good to have half or 3/4 of a full tank of a pan of oil in there to fill it up. The pan's in for the oil in there. So yeah, it's about 3/4 of the way full, and there's just about a 1/4 left to fill, and that would be like 4 to 5 more ounces of oil. And I don't want to put too much oil in there. If you ask my grandfather, he'd say, this is what he would say. He'd say, if it's, if it smokes or if it does any of that, burns oil, you definitely want to keep it light. You want to keep the amount of oil you put in there about half. You want to put like 20 ounces out of 24. That was about 18, 20 ounces of oil. So 4 ounces would be full. So yeah, that's about all there is to it, and then you can kind of run it around. But like, I'm gonna go put this oil in my pan here. Yeah, as y'all can see, there's some nasty colors in there. Yeah, like there's some gray. Y'all don't want that gray, because that means water got in there. So that's about all there is to it. yeah, I had a pretty good first day of school, and we're gonna finish out the week strong. Got 2 more days, and maybe tomorrow night or Saturday I will get to cleaning out the air filters with the compressor and showing y'all how to do that. So, yep, I like this mower. I kind of always seem negative about equipment, but man, I could prefer my Echoes and I like Steel too, and my Hondas and my John Deeres. So I'm gonna let y'all go because I'm gonna get over the limit here with time. So I'm gonna let y'all go, and we'll see y'all tomorrow afternoon. Bye.